Hey everyone, I'm Tristan, I'm the developer of Spawnders, and today I'm going to run you through some of the changes that I'm making for the upcoming patch. The main focus of this patch is on controls, and also various parts of combat that the controls will impact. I've gotten feedback, and I myself have felt that the controls can be clunky at times, and so I really want to focus on fixing some of the issues there, and there's also various bugs that got fixed along the way. One of the most obvious changes is the button layout. I lined them up more similar to other mobile games out there, where your main basic ability is the big button in the middle, and then your special and super are around them. I'm going to talk more on the button layout later. And I just noticed this video clip is off-center. Fun. Okay, let's move on. Many of the projectiles in the game overshoot, like they go past the enemy before they hit. Let me slow it down so you can see a little bit better. See how it kind of goes past the enemy? It's not supposed to do that. So let's see if I can figure out how to fix this. I'll give you a little bit behind the scenes look at how I fixed this. I went to the arrow instance to see how the physics was set up, and it turns out that the physics was a little box at the back of the arrow, so that's why it was overshooting. To fix this, all I had to do was make the box bigger and align correctly on the arrow, and that pretty much fixed it. Another bug that's been in the game for a while is very specific to Airley's beam, where when you shoot it and you keep walking, it rotates the wrong way, which looks like a big major bug. It wasn't at all obvious to me how to fix this. So in order to investigate, I made Airley's beam just stick around a little bit longer, and I went back into the game to see what's going on. So now that the beam sticks around a little bit longer, it's easier to investigate what's going on. So this is just a math problem in the code. And so now that I fixed the code, the beam sticks around no matter where you are around the enemy. And of course, I'm not gonna make it stick around like this when I ship. It's gonna go back to being around for only 1 second. While fixing the issue with Airley's beam, I also noticed that the attack animation doesn't play until you stop walking, which might not have been as obvious with the old control scheme, but it's definitely something I'm going to want to fix with the new control scheme. So I fixed that in this patch as well. And here's the fix, which still isn't quite right, but it is looking better. I also made Ninja Star spin. You're welcome. This was kind of a simple fix. Walk speeds were looking kind of slow, so I sped them up, and I think they look better now. Okay, this isn't quite related to controls or even battle, but I got inspired by other games having particle effects, so I added them to Spawnders. This is what leaves look like in the forest, and here's how they look in the farm, and those little purple twinklies in the dungeon, and the Arctic has snowflakes. Overall, I think the particles look pretty cool, but if you find them distracting, you can turn them off in the settings. I'd been meaning to make this change for a while, where the rooms are less boxy, and so I did that in this patch. So now each room has various shapes and patterns, and you'll see that there's a slight variation in the shapes that you'll find in the different worlds. One thing I'm concerned about this is that I have gotten feedback that people don't like the 60-second timer to get 3 stars on various activities, so I might consider doing something different there in the future. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And the last thing I want to show you today is the changes to the controls, and I'm going to spend a little bit more time on this than the other things because this is a pretty big change to the game. As I think I mentioned before, the controls are laid out differently. They're laid out more like other mobile games, where your basic attack is the big button in the middle, and your special and super abilities are around it. Another thing to mention is that the hero that you're controlling will no longer automatically approach and attack the enemy. You have to press an attack button first before the hero approaches. The basic attack now can be used almost as quickly as you can press the button. There is a delay to make sure the animation completes, but after that you can press it again. You don't get the full damage for every single attack though, you only get full damage with this new attack meter. When the attack meter is full, it's pretty much the same as the game was before, but when the attack meter is not full, the attacks do only a quarter of damage and they cannot crit. The heroes that you are not controlling will only attack when the meter fills up. So they basically have the same behavior that they had before. So overall, you're not going to be doing a whole lot more damage than you did before, but I do feel that pressing that button is going to be more engaging in combat, especially for new players. One exception to that is that in training, because you only have 1 hero instead of 3, it could be a decent amount more damage, and so hopefully some of the heroes that are all maxed out that aren't quite able to get to 50 can get a little bit closer with this patch. Okay, well that's basically it for now. There are some other changes and bug fixes coming in the patch that I didn't mention, so you'll just have to check those out in the patch notes. And if you have any questions or feedback, feel free to jump into the discussions on our Discord, or just go ahead and comment in this video. See y'all later. Bye.